welcome to Fix It Friday. Today is hot, it's muggy, we're expecting really severe thunderstorms, so no paddling for us today. But I thought it would be time to give our paddles some tender loving care. So this is my paddle. As you can see, the end has gotten pretty worn down and it's just starting to split. This paddle is 18 years old, and I've never done anything to maintain it, ever. Don't get mad at me. The reason I haven't is because I haven't needed to. This is a gorgeous paddle made by Don Meany and his son in Atacocan by XY Company. Like I said, it's 18 years old, and it's still in beautiful, beautiful shape, and that's thousands of kilometers of paddling this thing has seen. So my goal for this guy is just to sand down the tip a little bit, get some spar varnish on the end, a few coats, just to seal it up. And yeah, other than that, it needs nothing, no work. It's in great, great, great shape. A little worn from my hand there. That's about it, but it's so nice and smooth. That's all I'm going to do for this guy, get it all going. Now, this is our other paddle. This paddle is about 5 years old now, and it's untreated. We kind of went back and forth about what we wanted to do. It is aging beautifully, so we don't want to varnish this paddle. What we're going to do, though, is spar varnish the tip just to prevent the damage that you saw on my paddle, and then we're going to linseed oil the whole thing, and it's going to be beautiful and just be brought up to a gorgeous shine. And every mark on it, tells a story, so we don't want to get rid of all those. So that's kind of my goal today, is to get our paddles all cleaned up and spiffed up and looking pretty for the summer. And really, I'm just trying to smooth out and get rid of the rough edges of lifted old varnish on here, so that when I spar varnish the ends, I don't have any lifting or bubbling going on. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so I have our paddles hanging from my clothesline string. And they're just a couple inches off the ground. And when I say I want to do the tips of the paddles, I mean I literally want to dip them in the spar varnish, because I want them to have a really good end for pushing off from shore. Sometimes I use paddles to rig up tarps or sunshades, so they need to have good protection on the tips of the paddles. That's what we're going for here today. Using marine spar varnish, and really you can use whatever you prefer. It's really thick, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to let that set for a little bit, and I'll do another coat, and then another coat, and then another coat, so we've got a good, thick protection on the ends of these paddles going on. Alright, time for dip number 2. dip number 3. Alright, both paddles have had their ends dipped into the spar varnish a few times over the last few days, and I'm really happy with the results. They're going to be more resistant to nicks and scratches and whatnot from now on. So my paddle is done. That's all the work it needed on it this year, so it'll get put away. This paddle, however, we're going to give it a light sanding with some really super fine sandpaper, and then coat it in linseed oil, which will bring out the grain and the color, which will be really nice. And really the point of sanding it at this stage is to get any oil from human hands, cooking, fish guts off of it so that the linseed oil will take. Alright, we're all set for the linseed oil. Now a note about using linseed oil. When you're done, you have to dispose of the rags properly, which means you have to lay it flat to dry, and once it's completely dried, dispose of it properly at your household hazardous waste. Otherwise it can just spontaneously combust and catch on fire. This is not cool. This paddle's just soaking the linseed oil in. This is beautiful. But if there was excess, you would want to remove it with a clean rag. Not really the issue today. So I'm really happy with how this is looking. And it's soaking the linseed oil right up. So now I'm going to hang these rags up to dry so that they don't spontaneously combust in my backyard. Alright, so she's all done here. The paddle has absorbed all the linseed oil. You can really see the color and the grain. It looks fantastic. Really happy with how it turned out. And you know, it just shows a little TLC. Keeps your gear going longer, keeps it lasting longer, and keeps you on the trail even more, which is great. Don't want to get held up just fixing stuff all the time. So yeah, looks great, and it'll be good for a few years. Makes me happy.